Everyone has their mics on?
Yes.
Appreciate everyone being here. Hopefully we've got through all the bad weathers, and I hope that we don't see any more snow for 5 years or more. So, anyway, I'd like to begin with a moment of silence. Thank you. And Mr. Watson will lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance.
Okay, let us begin. I pledge allegiance
to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you, Mr. Watson. We have our packets, had time to look at them. I'll ask if there's any questions or comments or additions to the minutes. Hearing none, we'll need a motion to approve.
Move to approve the minutes as presented. I'll second.
We have a motion and a second. I'll ask if there's any further comments on the motion. Hearing none, all in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Motion carries. Thank you. Financial reports. Question, comments?
Just had a quick question. What are the little numbers beside the assets of the line items?
Those are portions of the account number. That's just to help
Okay.
me understand. Because we have so many that are of the same lifetime.
Okey doke. Thank you.
Any other questions or comments? Hearing none, we'll need a motion.
Make a motion that we accept the financial report as presented. I'll second.
Have a motion and second. I'll ask if there's any further comments on the motion. Hearing none, all in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Motion carries. Thank you. Reports. We'll start with the town manager's report.
We'll try to mention each month that we're going to be starting to drill down on the budget and our needs there. The budget needs are being evaluated both in assets and anticipated increases for the coming year. Next month, we will discuss payroll in a closed session after the March meeting. So just so you know, that'll be something we'll be addressing next month. In regards to the meals tax, I've been assembling, I think we've gotten 4 ordinances from various locations, 3 towns and the counties, so we're going to be able to start creating our own document patterned after a lot of those. They're almost all boilerplate, almost word for word in almost all of them, so it'll be, I think, an easy process for us to do that. And then once that document's created and council has looked it over and our attorney has looked it over, then I think we'll go for a public hearing and share it with the community, and then we can go forward, hopefully have it in place by the time of the new budget year, which starts July 1. I've been offered help not only from the county, but I've talked with a number of the other towns, and they all have staff, they all have finance departments, so they've all offered to try to help us should we need any help in getting it implemented. And we're, as you know, in our financing for our water line, we've had a portion of a grant that was left over from the first phase of the water line. It has some sunset dates on it, which is in September. So I'm trying to work with the state and how to best make sure that we use and don't lose that money. So we're having to have our scopes of work kind of redesigned so that one kind of just uses that pot of money that encompasses the grant, and then the second phase or another phase would be next week or two, hoping to meet with our engineer, so we can make sure that we're all on the same page, we're all singing from the same book. Last month, if you remember, we moved a couple different funds, checking account dollars to various CDs to try to make some additional earnings while we wait for the water line to start. One of those that that you approved moving was moving $150,000 from the general fund checking to an existing water CD. Blue Ridge Bank does not allow you to add money to a CD that already exists. So we actually had to create a new one. It's paying the same amount of dividend that the one that we had, which actually is better because it will allow us quicker access to that money should we need it sooner than later. So, but I did want to let you know that that was the one thing that was different from last month. And I think that's all that I have, sir.
Okay. Any questions or comments for Fran? Hearing none, I'll ask if any council member has anything they want to bring up, discuss, observations, good, challenges. Don't everyone speak at once.
I do think we should I think we did it earlier, but for the record, congratulate David and his teams on the success that they had in the competitions. Great job.
Thank you. Good job.
Going for first next year.
Absolutely.
They did a great job.
Congratulations.
They were represented. I was telling Ms. Whitman earlier, they one of the probably the best things that we did at the competition was the presentation. Our team was the only team to get full points for our presentation, and it was pretty obvious. The three judges were really impressed, to the point where I think it's going to get some opportunities for some of these students post-graduation, so pretty excited about that. So we got third place, but I think the career opportunities are probably going to be the big prize of it all, so great job.
So important what you do with children, our young people, you're shaping them into adults.
And as you made your comments, I was reminded that it doesn't matter how you start, like third place, it matters how you finish. So like you said, in the future, the young people may end up getting some opportunities around here because of that, because of your efforts, and that's really cool. That's great.
Thank you.
I had one comment about the snow. People had asked me about the sidewalks, clearing the sidewalks, and I had asked Fran here, and so it's my understanding it's the owner's responsibility to clean the sidewalk in front of their particular real estate. So for those who want to know. And it was pretty hard, so I let the sunshine do mine.
It was difficult. It was difficult here. We had to wait for a few days for it to, it was so hard, there was just no getting through it. So I know there was a lot of challenges in town. But when we could finally start getting it broken up, and Christy did a lot of that on her own, so.
Yeah, I was going to say, Superwoman Christy did the shoveling of the town sidewalk. And hats off.
Any other comments from anyone? Appreciate your comments, sir. Thank you. I would just like to add a couple things. As you know, Fran sent out an email, and I'm not sure it went to everyone, but Montross was named one out of the 10 small communities in Virginia as a nice place to visit. So it's really good to see things like that. And I'm hoping that we'll see that something in a newspaper soon, maybe. Hearing no other reports, the floor is yours, our great Fall Festival team. Do you have anything you want to share? It's amazing how quick the years go by in that.
I have one little thing too before Fall Festival
Yes,
shares
sir.
their information.
No surprises, understood.
There have been a couple incidents in the Colonial Beach area, larceny incidents, vehicle, people going to people's vehicle and stealing things, and so the leader, First Sergeant Antoine, right, recommended that you lock your vehicles, don't, take your valuables out at night. It hasn't, I haven't heard of anything around here where that's happening, but be proactive. But that was,
Appreciate that.
that's what I wanted to share about the neighborhood watch for this session.
And the sheriff's office did put out a thing on Facebook, was it yesterday, about the very thing we talked about, being careful, locking your vehicles, taking valuables out of your vehicle, that type of thing. So it was on Facebook. So that's good. They do a good job.
They're trying to reach out and grow with the community. One of the areas that they have a challenge in is mental health, handling situations where people are exhibiting unusual behavior, and to recognize that and how to best handle, corral that when those situations occur. So they have solicited for any recommendations or point them in the right direction as they try to grow and to handle those situations better too.
Well, where's everybody gonna be on Saturday, October the 3rd?
Fall Festival.
I'm gonna be at the brewery.
Who said that?
Quiz. We're gonna have our kickoff meeting tomorrow night. We hope that those of you that can come will come. We're gonna meet at the firehouse. One of the things we're gonna discuss, like Alan said, is where are we gonna go from here? What are we gonna do? Another thing is the theme for the parade and the event. This, of course, everything in the United States this year, I'm sure, is gonna be about the 250th. I can't believe that 50 years have gone by. I remember when we celebrated in 1976, and it was a neat thing. Do you remember Virginia Sherman?
Mm-hmm.
She had her dress on with her hook skirt and everything, and
Yeah.
they had a covered wagon caravan that went from different places. And I remember seeing, these poor little kids in the hot sun, they were a little sunburnt, but they had the Conestoga wagons or something. But they did a ride, I cannot remember where they started and where they ended. But I think this year is gonna be a little bit different than that. But anyway, we're gonna talk about the theme. And then another subject, I'm gonna put Alan's name in this too. We've talked about the fact that we've grown to the point where we have some really good entertainment now. And we'd like to figure out a way to start the parade at 3 o'clock instead of 2. Because we all know, as soon as that last entry goes through that parade, people are in a rush to get out of town. And it would be nice if we could allow for more entertainment. It would give us an extra hour. So we're gonna bring that up. I don't know if the sheriff's office will have a problem with it or what, but it's just an hour.
I doubt it. I doubt they will. Whatever, you're the committee, whatever you suggest to the council, we'll definitely work with.
Because actually, we only have a 5-hour day, that's all.
Yeah,
And I'll tell you, we cram a lot into that day.
you do. And the only other thing that, the parade goes through town, and then they have to come back up to the courthouse to hand out the awards. For some reason, a lot of them don't come back, right? They leave.
We'll try to cut that out. I've been running around town like crazy, trying to make notes and look at stuff. I was running for the committee tomorrow night to try to change the parade route for it not to be as long. Because actually, when they get there, all the way to the other end of town, what is it called? That place?
Beach Grove?
Yeah, in the place they go.
The social
Yeah,
zone?
time they get there, the last people get all the way there, and we do our thing. By the time the traffic, they can't come back till the traffic is out of town.
There's too much traffic, right?
Towards
I think it's really good. You're not letting it get stagnant, and you're making changes that are really good to help everything. And it's really good to do, you know.
We are unique. People don't understand a lot of times that this town is situated where you can't close off the main street. We've tried.
Yeah.
We've begged, but, you can't do it. And the other streets are just not set up to drive a parade through. Other towns, they've got a main street, they can shut it off during the whole day, and everything is so wonderful and safe and all, but we don't have that advantage. And I'll tell you, I think the town and the people working with it do an awesome job getting everything done, getting things set up during the day, and then getting it all put away. It's great.
Well, thanks for everything you all do. Okay.
And
Fran,
we'll work
is,
on that list.
yeah, is the current financial piece, is that accurate for what the outcome of the fall festival? Have you all seen the final?
I think Fran sent it to us now. I'm going through my taxes, and I've come across a few bills, but it's not big.
I mean, everything that I've been given so far has been paid.
So it's covered all its expenses and everything? That's good.
I also want to
That's
thank
good.
Christine and Brandon for the support they gave
Yep.
to us last year. It was really good.
I'm sorry I cut you off. Did you have any more?
You didn't cut me off, but they do, I think our working relationship is really good.
Good.
And
Sounds
Alan
great.
rolls around in his little vehicle and,
They didn't pay me either. They didn't pay me. And it was, I was the other day, I was thinking how much I put in. I was like 22,000. And I couldn't see a check. I have to read about that soon.
well, I just hope
Gotcha.
that we can go forward and have good weather and have a good time. And I'm gonna put in a plug for Spirit Fest. We're already talking about things for that, how to make it a weekend type of event. The auxiliary's talking of having a Spirit Fest bazaar for 2 days and cut it off like at 5 o'clock on Friday night, so it will not interfere with Spirit Fest. And someone else had mentioned possibly a project that, I think would go well.
So will you still do Friday night or shift
Yeah,
everything to?
We do Friday night,
Okay.
and we try to keep everything around the courthouse free. And that, I'll tell you, getting out there with the booth set up and everybody having a good time, it's nice. And y'all saw how many people showed up even in the snow and the rain.
I was a little bit of a naysayer. I said, I'm not sure we're going to do this, but let's do it. And it really turned out to be good. But it was cold. But it was really good.
That's what coats are for.
We seem to have moved closer to the North Pole.
Yeah.
But thank y'all, for all of you, for your support, and we'll try to communicate more.
Thank you. All right, appreciate it. That's the end of the report period. We'll move to action item. Fran, you have an action item you want to bring up?
I do. We actually have a new business that's going to be opening hopefully early spring, and it's going to be called the Gypsy Box. It's going to be where Diane Jackson had her art studio, and it's going to be owned by Terry and Holly, Terry Cosgrove, Holly Harmon. So they have requested to participate in the grant program that we have for rent assistance. So I just need to council to vote on allowing that to happen. That's $625 a month. That comes out of our economic development fund, and there are dollars in there for that. We can do up to 2 a year. We have a current one in place, so this would be the second one for the year.
So that money's been there and it's there for this purpose, so it's good to see it being used, so that's neat. And the early spring?
Yes.
Okay, good,
And I do
awesome.
believe they'll be participating in the revolving loan that we have as well, and we'll be meeting on that later this week. But
Good.
for now, we just need approval for the rent assistance.
Okay. So you
I
do
make a
that.
motion that we approve rent assistance for the Gypsy Box.
I'll second that.
We have a motion and second. I'll ask if there's any discussion on the motion. Hearing none. All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Motion carries. Thank you. Anything else you have, Frank?
Do we need a roll call for that?
Pardon?
Do we need a roll call?
No, don't. What's it did earlier?
No, that's okay.
Any public comments? No public comments? Thank you for being here, and that our meeting's adjourned.